Alright, so James Gunn, I think, let it loose 2 days ago, a few days ago, I'm not too sure. So, James Gunn, I think somebody asked him to James Gunn, will Kang the Conqueror be Guardians of the Galaxy? And to be quite honest with you, he needs to be in the Avengers. At the Age of Ultron, I was like, y'all fuckers need him. Because I love Ultron, but they did not capture him right from the comics. That's my opinion. I did like James Spader's take on him. I thought it was perfect, but it felt like it was Tony talking to Tony, and I don't need another Tony Stark because I think Robert Downey Jr. does a good Tony, but when you get too much Tony Stark in a film, it becomes a problem. And again, Tony Stark was the vocal point of the film, where Hank Pym should have been in this film, and he should have been doing the program and stuff. I just don't like how Marvel kind of set the Ultron. I never liked Ultron. I didn't like when they changed Ultron origins in here. I just didn't. But let's get back to this. So James Gunn announced, well, he stated to somebody that I think somebody asked him about another alien race. I'm not too sure about the alien race, but Fox owns that because I think the X-Men, because that was for the X-Men, but they own Kang the Conqueror because Kang the Conqueror appeared in the Fantastic Four. So I'm saying to myself, fuck. And the reason I said fuck is because I wanted Kang the Conqueror to be in the film. Let me say this. If you guys have not seen Earth Mightiest Heroes, go check out Earth Mightiest Heroes and go find the episode of Kang the Conqueror. That man needs to be in a Marvel film, not tomorrow, today. That man is, I think that's what Marvel needs to have a legit villain. Because right now, I'm not loving none. I'm not loving none of Marvel's villains right now. I just hate their villains. He is one of those villains that, to me, I think can break that mold of having Marvel. Because right now, Marvel's killing it right now in the movies. But for me, what doesn't win me over for Marvel is their villains. Their villains suck. The only good villain is Loki. But if it wasn't for Josh Whedon putting him in Avengers, he'll be like any other villain. They suck. They suck. All of them suck. Look at Iron Man, for example. Iron Man 1, 2, and 3. What they all have in common? They all have scientists. Even though Iron Man has other villains, but they suck so bad, they had to use scientists because they know Marvel knows their villains suck. You go to Thor. Thor 2. Who was the villain of the movie? Not Malekith. Loki. Loki was the villain of the movie. Then you go to freaking Guardians of the Galaxy. The villain was Ronan. Ronan in the comics is a bad motherfucking ass. In the movie, he was a joke. And there's nothing wrong with him being a joke. But it got to the point where, if you watch, here's the thing. Earth Mightiest Heroes, I was never a big fan of Marvel. When I watched Earth Mightiest Heroes, that was when I said, oh, so they do have villains similar to how DC does theirs. So, okay, so if they follow this series, then I might be cool with it. They're not. And they're not, because Ronan in the animated series and in the comic, he's a badass. Not like a legit badass, but he's a fucking badass. You know, he's a menace. In the movie, he just came off as a comedic guy. I shall rule the world, and I shall do this. And I'm like, I should not take order from you, Thanos. And Thanos like, boy, Thanos was more threatening than he was. Then we go to the only, I guess you could say, villain was in Captain America was the Winter Soldier, but then again, Winter Soldier is an anti-hero, so you can't really use him as a villain. Then you go to the Avengers, and Ultron was the biggest disappointment of the film because from the comic and from the animated series, and even from the freaking movies, that key movie, he was menacing, he was a threat. Ultron in the comics and the animated series, that dude, he don't fuck around. Action speaks louder than words. You say, Ultron, can you do blast? Ultron, can you blast? Just straight up kill you. Ultron is trying to make the perfection world. Now, in the film, they got his motivation right, but it came off so comedic in a way. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why is Ultron doing all this? It got to the point where he became a comedic villain, and I don't mind it, but it got to the point like, dude, don't. It got too cheesy. I don't like cheesy villains. I like to have these straight villains that you gonna rule the world, dude, be serious. And he's a machine. The thing is about machines is they have no emotion. And I did not like how Ultron had emotion in here. He should not have no emotion. He shouldn't be a villain just straight kicking ass. That's what he should do. Take names later, just straight kicking ass. But going back to this though, Kang is the character that Marvel desperately needs right now. Because once Thanos is done, they really don't have nothing else to do. They can't go back to the well with Thanos because they're done. They're done. They said, oh, we're going to stop the movies. Okay, Avengers Age of Ultron just grossed to $1 billion. You think they're going to stop making these fucking movies? Let's be realistic here. Come on now. Come on. Let's just be realistic here. Really? No, they're not. So they had to use other villains. I did not know Kang the Conqueror was owned by Fox. Now, if Fox was smart enough, they better follow that Earth Minus Heroes take and put him in the Fantastic Four. Because on some serious shit, that man right there, ooh, Lord. That guy right there, yes. He's a force to be reckoned with. I didn't know they did not. Now I see why they didn't use him in the movies. Because I didn't know Fox owned him. And maybe if Marvel did own him, they might have named him Iron Man 3. So for Marvel, forgive me. I did not know you guys own, that you did not own Kang the Conqueror. If I knew that, I probably wouldn't have rant the way I did on Iron Man 3. But still, the film sucked. But still, I want to rant the way I did. And now I would have done that other video I did a few weeks ago. So, Kang the Conqueror is with Fox. Kang the Conqueror is owned by Fox. I did not know that. I really didn't. He is a character that Marvel Studios desperately needs. Because he's a character that that people will, sympathize with. A character that he comes up very he has a fucking army. He comes up as very it's something that I think Marvel do need to tackle. They don't have to tackle the time travel down the road because DC's tackling it right now on the TV, and it won't be long until they tackle it on the big screen, and they're doing the whole Flashpoint down the road too. So be well. So yeah, guys. As always, like and subscribe, and let me know down below. Did you know that Kang the Conqueror was owned by Fox? And it sucks because he's a good character. If you have not read the character or you have not seen the character in Earth's Mighty Series, go check it out. As a matter of fact, I might find a link. I'll get a link for the Wikipedia to go. You research the character, but I am gonna find a link for the character. I guess an episode of the character for the Avengers. This man is straight up badass. He is a bad motherfucking ass. I love this character. To the point where I'm like, Marvel needs to use him. As always, guys, like, subscribe, hit that like button. If you did not like this video, still hit the like button. Share it. Because a lot of people should know about it. Because, again, like I didn't know. I really didn't know. So, as always, guys, peace, and thanks for watching.